What is going on, guys? Noon here at the MMO Play, bringing you a first look and impressions video of Crusaders of Solaria, a free-to-play browser-based MMORPG. Now we've just logged into the game. I've kind of been playing around with the game for a little bit already. Right off the bat, there's a little brief tutorial to kind of get you used to the combat of the game, and I feel it does a really good and nice job of it. And after you've done that, it kind of brings you over to this main town area. As you can see, I am over here, and we're just going to kind of run along, pick up a few of the main quests, check out the game, and hopefully get into some more of the combat to kind of show you guys how it kind of feels. So, alright, we got our quest giver over here. We're going to go ahead and keep talking to her. We got to pick up some of the main quests, basically picking them up. Most of the quests right off the bat are not too difficult, kind of like most of your browser-based MMORPGs. It's kind of run around, talk to one person, kill one thing or something like that, turn it in, and you level up really, really quickly. So the progression in the game early on is really quick, and it doesn't take much time at all, which is alright, and there's an auto-tracking feature as well, so if you guys not exactly sure where to go, just click on the quest, and it'll basically bring you where you need to go, which is kind of a common thing in most browser-based MMORPGs I've noticed. So, we've just completed that quest, or we're about to complete it. There we go. We're going to talk to this person, a little bit of dialogue, pick up his next quest, and some more dialogue. So, there's lots of dialogue in the game between each quest, which is alright if you guys are really into story and stuff like that. I'd suggest you take the time to read it, so it's not that bad. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and click here and check out our skills. Lots of the early questing in the game is basically getting used to the interface and different features that the game has to offer, which is very straightforward and not something that's not common in MMORPGs, which is nice. I like to know what's going on in the game. I like to know how to play it before we really get into different things. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and pick up this new skill because it tells us to, so not a big deal there. Gotta put it to our action bar, which is good. Now we have 3 skills as opposed to 2. And we're gonna go ahead and talk to this guy over here, turn in the quest, and get some rewards, some gold XP for it. A little bit more dialogue between me and the quest giver. But we'll kind of skip through it because I don't feel like reading it too much. And we're gonna go ahead and click here over. It's gonna auto track us right to the next area we have to go for the quest. And it seems like we gotta run a little bit of a dungeon. So as you can see, there's different dungeons over here, and I'm sure there's plenty more to unlock. Each one is kind of based off your battle rating. So we need a 2400 battle rating here. We have a 3300, so we're well more prepared to run this dungeon than what it really requires. So we'll go ahead and click on it and run it and kind of show you guys and run you through a little bit of the combat and how it works and feels. Alright, so here we are. You can see the enemies over here. Now, right off the bat, I did think this was a turn-based game, but not exactly. The combat kind of reminds me of a Dungeon Fighter Online. I mean, not exactly, but in a way, it kind of sort of does. It kind of side-scrolling, beat-em-up kind of game, spam your skills when you can, and we're just going to keep smashing and kind of destroying and making our way through, basically mobs of enemies. And once we make our way through one area, you kind of go through the portal and move on to the next area. And like I said, just keep using your skills as you can. And it's not really much of a big deal. So there we go. That dungeon was fairly short, pretty easy, not too much of a challenge. But I just wanted to give you guys a general idea and overview of how the combat kind of works. And I'm kind of a fan of this kind of combat. It's different than other browser-based MMORPGs, other than kind of the slow-paced turn-style combat where basically most of the battles early on are extremely easy. You're pretty much one-hitting everything. This game, the enemies early on take a couple of hits to kill, and they do a little bit of damage to you as well. So it's a good mix of not too easy, but a little bit of a challenge early on, which is nice to see because the game's not really holding your hand all the way through. So alright, we're going to go ahead and hit continue. We completed that dungeon. And we're going to go ahead and turn in this quest, get some XP for it, probably level up once again. Oh, we didn't auto-track there completely. There we go. Alright, so we're heading to complete this quest. As you can see, we got a new piece of gear over there. So we're going to click to the dialogue. And we're going to go ahead and equip that. As you can see, as we do that, our battle rating has gone up just so slightly, which is alright. Going at a battle rating a little bit is better than none at all. So we're going to go ahead back over here, keep auto-tracking through the quest, and I believe we're going to run another, nope, we're not going to run another, we're going to go to the blacksmith. Alright, so blacksmith here, as you can see, we just turned in the quest, we're getting some more items, so we just got a helmet, which is pretty cool. getting some we're getting some good pieces of gear fairly quickly. So it's not like early on in the game you're kind of running through the game without gear. It seems like the gear or finding gear and obtaining gear kind of happens pretty often, and it's obtainable pretty quickly. So we completed that first dungeon, and as you can see, since we completed that one, we unlocked another one over here. So it seems like the more you run, the more you're gonna unlock. So before we go into there, let's go ahead and equip our helmet, and we'll run through the second dungeon. Alright guys, here we are in the second dungeon. As you can see here, it looks pretty much straightforward. And the same thing as the previous dungeon, we got some goblins over here. We're going to start smashing around. So it seems pretty easy so far. These goblins aren't too much of a challenge, but maybe the boss at the end will prove to be maybe a little bit more of a challenge, because I did see this game. It has gotten a little bit difficult. I mean, but not like completely. It is still a little bit newbie friendly or beginner friendly to the game. So let's go ahead and keep smashing our way through these guys. Overall, it's not too bad, but I really enjoy the skills in this game. The skill sets are pretty cool, and I do enjoy running around killing these enemies. And just the combat style for this browser-based MMO is it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it from other browser-based MMOs. I think it's done a really good job. The art style is pretty cool. The graphics are pretty cool, along with the skills themselves. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the game and how it runs really overall. I mean, the dungeon system's pretty cool. I kind of like how you run dungeons to unlock more, and you can kind of just go to a portal and select the dungeons you want to run. I really enjoy that kind of system. So, alright, so we're going to go over to this portal over here. And as you can see, we got the boss over here with a lot more goblins than usual. So we're going to click through the dialogue and keep smashing our way through these guys and make it over to the boss. So let's go ahead and kill these guys, or the trash mobs over here first. Oh, doesn't seem like we're going to be able to do that. Seems like the boss is going to get right into the action, and you can see my health is slowly depleting. He seems to hit pretty hard, so it seems like it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge than just running around smashing all these goblins. So we got to kind of play and run around and kind of dodge his axe that he throws there. As you can see, it does quite a bit of damage, and I don't want to get knocked around too much by it because I don't want to lose already in my second dungeon, because we have some pretty decent gear and our battle rating is much higher than we need it to be. So let's not die and show that how much of a noob I am really at this game. So we're kind of just smashing around, kind of kiting his attacks a little bit, but spamming our skills when we can. And we're kind of smashing the little trash mobs in the meantime. And there we go, we defeated him. He did quite a bit of damage. It was a little bit difficult, and I really enjoy that. The game's not so easy right off the bat. There is a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of strategy to play once once you really start getting into the game. Maybe 10-15 minutes in after the tutorial, and really get some progression through the quest. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later.